Anyways, enough with the dumb stuff. How about some fun
Well,
stuff?
yeah, I mean, it still can be dumb. Technically, we're getting into so
Sure. But as I mentioned
definitely a lot more fun.
at the beginning of the episode, it was actually Jeff's bachelor party not too long ago.
It
And
was.
we all got down to Deep Creek. And it could have been really bad too, just to get it out of the way, because it was because the original thing, because we were going out like that day, and like your brother Mike texts in the group saying that there was only like 3 parking spots or whatever that was
Yes,
available, which would have been a big like pain in the ass, because like I think
it would be because
there was an
there
overflow
was
lot that
a
was like,
overflow lot, but that was 4 miles
yeah, it was a
away.
4 miles away, which none of us would have
So
wanted to park at.
no, and
And
especially later at night when because so not all the guys got there. So we got there last Thursday or technically 2 Thursdays ago now, and it was a nice house and everything. I tried looking up online beforehand. I was like, oh, like, look, let's see what the parking's like. What the parking's like, and it said online is can fit up to 3 cars and everything. I was like, that's kind of ridiculous, but okay, let's see what happens. Sure. Thankfully, my brother and I we get there first, and as soon as I get there, I'm like, you can easily fit more than 3. You can fit 5 or 6 cars, and I
yeah,
was like,
I think the people
honestly,
next to us had more cars than we did,
they
parked in their
did.
driveway, and it was pretty much the
Yeah.
same how it was set up.
But no, so thankfully though, we had more than enough
Room, yeah.
room to park, and no one had to park an overflow lot. But
Yeah.
no,
I
it
think Brian
was
could have easily, I don't think, because Brian and Chris had to
yeah.
drive or kind
Well,
of
so
carpool a little bit, which made sense, but they didn't, at the end of the day, they
well,
didn't
no,
really need
because
to, just because there was still
no,
room and spot.
because like I said, you probably could have ended up uh, what's it called? No, like you said, park at the lot and everything, and then I'm sorry, at the
Nope,
house, but I'm getting all mixed up. Sorry,
do that.
because I told Brian and Chris, I was like, yeah, no, like you guys, like one of you guys might have to park out lot, or I don't know. And then of course Brian and I like we started arguing for like 5 minutes.
Wish Brian was here.
Oh, I know. And
He'd be calling you a dummy still, because
oh no, he's like you dumb
yeah,
dumb. But
because
no, I
this
did.
kid thought Brian, for some reason, who was the third
It
person to
didn't.
get there,
Well, no, because I didn't
or
even
Brian
think
and
about it for
Chris,
whatever
yeah,
reason. But then
that for
again,
some
my
reason they would have to go in the overflow lot, even though they were the third
yeah.
people
Well,
to get
because
there.
I was trying to in my head, I was trying to plan on like, okay, you're getting here then, you're getting here then, and you're
Yeah,
here
I was
and
like,
here.
well, Matt's not getting here until tomorrow morning, so
And like once I read it over like 5 times, I'm like, what the heck? And I'm looking like, and in front of him, I'm like, oh, you idiot, or as Brian
yeah,
like say, you dumb dumb.
yeah, yeah.
So it's not off to a rough start already. But no, so Thursday we got there and it actually was perfect because it poured on the way there. By the time we all really got there, I would say like there's 3 missing because there's Nick and Will got there later that night, and then Matt got there the next day.
Yep.
So there's already
Tommy
6 of
got
us
there.
there.
Yeah, Tommy got there like
Oh
a
no,
little.
because
I think
Tommy,
like
no, that's
seven
true.
ish or
So
something
yeah,
like
because
that.
we got barbecue before Tommy got there, and
That was good barbecue.
oh dude, it was
All the food we
amazing
went out and
barbecue.
got was actually really good.
It was phenomenal. So that was Thursday. Friday rolls around. It did rain a little bit, but we kind of just chilled in the morning from what I remember.
Yep.
Nothing terrible.
We just chilled. We're drinking some mimosas.
Yeah, that's right. We had mimosas and everything. And
Yeah, I
then
think by like 10:30, I think people were starting to crack open beers.
I thought it was like 11:30, 12 or so. But either way, we started around there. It rained a bit, but my brother, he had a whole long game tournament
Yeah.
set up and everything. It was awesome. He had a
Yeah.
whole bracket and everything, and the winner got a Dundee, which I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the long games consist of spike ball, cornhole, um, spike ball,
Blocks
cornhole.
or whatever that game's called.
Oh, cube.
Cube.
You threw blocks, but
Yeah. Yeah.
cube. Can Jam, and then consisted of 2 drinking games: is beer bowl, and then there's also relay. Oh, and then Pong at one point later.
Yeah, the deciding game was
yeah. So
settled through Pong.
you and Matt though, you guys got screwed over because you were playing cube. It's hard to explain the rules, but for those who know how to play cube, I can't remember the situation, but basically
We were
guys
up like 3, and for some reason they were able to like go right up.
Basically,
to
long story the short of like how to describe the game. Like there's a row of 5 blocks on each side, and you have to use these other wooden batons to knock them over. Whoever knocks over all theirs by the end of it wins. Sorry, my dog is being herself and getting random crap all over the place. So at one point, you guys just got screwed over because Tommy and I, we were too busy playing cornhole. And if we were around there, we would have helped clear it out. But unfortunately, we weren't. So, we got screwed over. So then, anyway, so fast forward, the final is Chris and Brian against Tommy and I. We make it to the final. And they decide that at first, okay, so they automatically roll out cube because Tommy and I play that quite often. Mm-hmm. And then it was going to be cornhole, but then Tommy and I kind of wanted to roll that out because the way when we played our first game, it like the board, at least I was thrown on, was like slanted like this. It was on a hill. It was slanted like this. It was Chris is hitting that. I think I was just sucking at cornhole the whole weekend, which is obviously true because I barely. You even led the team compared to me. I didn't do spot for cornhole, and you were crushing
that weekend. Was not your game. Yeah, cornhole was not your game that weekend.
No, so no, it was one. So anyway, somehow we decided on Pong and everything, and it actually turned out to be a lot better than I thought. And a lot closer.
Didn't you guys go to overtime on that too?
Well, we did because of Tommy, because we were on our last shot. I missed to force overtime. Tommy sinks an incredible shot. And, we're already having a great time and everything. And, of course, in the heat of celebration, we're so pumped up and start celebrating. I go for the high five, like the bro hug high five and everything. And I kind of close my finger a little early. And he smashes my finger as we're celebrating, which it just completely jams it. And so again, luckily, had a couple of drinks here and there, so it hurt, but not nearly as much as I could. I was like, yeah, I was like, oh god. But so I definitely felt that the rest of the day until Saturday morning. So that wasn't fun. But so Tommy and I, then in overtime, it was the 3 cups and then the one on top. I can't remember what they called that like setup, but anyway, so there's the three cups and then there's one on top. You have to sink this one on top first and then get to the other 3. Tommy and I go up 3 cups to 1, and they just got it hot at the right moment, and they sink all 3 in a row to win. And it was a great game though, but
yeah, you gave your best, but at the end of the day,
they just played better.
Yeah, with it being a drinking game too.
Exactly.
They probably had the advantage there. Because they won all the games they won
all the drinking games.
Yeah.
So there's that though. But no, it was a lot of fun. So no, I got a great video of them lifting up the Dundee, kind of like the FIFA World Cup celebration. So that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was.
I know we still bust Jeff's balls of.
Oh yeah, it's for fun. Mm-hmm. So but yeah, so there's that.
That was not the only injury Jeffrey suffered during those games.
Yeah. So after the tournament was all over, we were still playing games and everything. One of them was beer ball, and so it's my brother and I against Chris and Brian. It was the weirdest, like, Pappy. You nut. That's my dog saying hello. But no, so it was my brother and I against Chris and Brian, and so I think Brian goes to throw the ball or something first, and he basically, I go to get it. Brian walks over, try to get it too. I'm like, okay, whatever. Before he goes, you have to do 1 cup. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I start walking. He, of course, him being him, he tackles me, and I'm just like letting him like I thought we said no fighting Jeffrey this weekend. And I'm just like, I'm trying to hold my own and everything, but at the same time, I'm just laying there and just like what the
And
hell,
then
guys?
Tommy came to
Tommy
your
comes
defense.
running in, like freaking spears him and tackles him off me. So then it's Chris and Mike and my brother that are just playing beer ball at the table and everything. And we were playing the rule where if you throw the ball and there's a little bit of beer left in your can and everything and knocks it completely over, you have to get a new can or a new beer and start over from that one. And that's exactly what happened. So, but so Chris knocks it over. Mike has to get a new beer. But so from what I remember, Chris starts drinking. And so I try to run to get the ball and grab it and hit on the table. I pick up the ball, but because it rained earlier that day on the patio, I slip and go kind of like face first into the grill. So yeah, so I got a nice rubber sore. It was over here, just like up on my left, and I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty bloody. My brother, he got worried. He's like, dude, are you good? I was like, no, I'm good. I swear, we're good. It's all good. And I'm in the heat
Little
of the
did
moment.
he know how the rest of his night was gonna go.
Yeah. So I'm he in the moment, I'm like, oh, I'm good. Let's keep going. He's like, dude, you gotta wash it off. I was all right, fine. Go in the kitchen. I think I asked you or it was Tommy or something. It's like, can you just give me a wet paper towel? Like, what? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I think it was Tommy.
I think it was Tommy. So finally, like Mike says, my brother's is just like, yeah, just wash out your mouth and everything. And so he's like, just gotta make sure it didn't like hit your teeth or anything. I knew when I hit it, I felt all gum. But it was swollen for a few days. But again, if it wasn't for the beverages, it definitely would have been a lot worse. Mm-hmm. So there's that. What you referred to though, my brother, he had a rough night. The last I saw him was about.
So this is a lot. This is what I think, and I don't know this, but I think this is what sent him over the edge for that night. So after we got done playing the games, and after you guys were pretty much done playing beer ball. We were all just kind of hanging out on the deck. I think there was a couple guys in the hot tub, and there was like a little bit left of the whiskey or whatever your brother brought.
My brother, he got some like top shelf whiskey.
Yeah, and he poured the rest for all of us just to kind of finish off the bottle.
That's right.
And he had one as well, and I think that.
So it was a mix of that.
I think
only having
also your game of
no lunch.
Your beer ball went a little long.
It did because twice, if not three times, they knocked over our beer can, so we had to get new beer.
Yeah, and the last time I saw him, he was taking out the trash, and after that, I was like,
"That's right.
Where's your brother?"
Yeah. Before I know it, I'm going to the bathroom, and I just hear him upstairs, just not feeling too. Not feeling not feeling great. Hey, because I was texting his fiance the other day, and we were talking about it a little bit, and she goes, Captain, like, I didn't come home too crispy, so I was proud. It was a great time.
Yeah, but that was Friday night.
Yeah, that was just Friday. Saturday was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, because unfortunately we had to get up pretty early, but good thing
it was worth it
because we had the boat that we
and we originally were going to have it at 9, but then they said, hey, you could get it as early as, or no, I'm sorry, it was something like that. I think they said we get it as early as 7:30. We got there at 8, which hey, I'll take it. So we went tubing and we went, or some of us water skied. Some others attempted and failed. Yeah. I was one of them who failed.
I did not do skiing. No,
it's tough, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not my thing.
I think it was Brian. I forget who mentioned it, but it was a great point that we should have started out with the water skis.
Yeah,
because that would have been when the water.
Probably.
Yeah, that's when the water would have been calmer.
Yes, because
as the day went on, it got a little choppy. And if it didn't get too choppy, what could have been a fun thing is because we kind of deflated a tube because I think our the combined weights of everyone kind
Well,
of
for
was a little too
starters,
much for it.
it was a horrible idea putting Will and myself on first. We started off the day with that for whatever reason. I don't know why, but we did.
I don't see what the big problem was about that.
And then,
So you were just taking out water. I don't see what the big deal is.
so you guys almost waterboarded Will and I, because the first attempt we had, we tried sitting on the tube first, just a regular, sitting kind of like
sit
this,
back,
and everything, and and you guys start taking off, and before I know it, Will and I were like halfway underwater. I'm like up to here. I'm like, oh god. And then so we both had to let go, and then I'm like, stop waterboarding us. So the second time goes around, we go on our stomachs, much better. We're flying everything. And then at one point there's just a wake, and I'm looking, and I see it, and I'm just like, if we go down this, that's it. Like we're gonna die here. And sure enough, the way my brother drove the boat, the tube led us, and I go, oh no. Goes down it. As soon as we hit it, bang, we flip. I still don't know what happened to Will. I didn't see it. He described that he hit his arm, I think. Before I knew it, I saw myself flip sideways, and I was like, oh, why am I sideways like this? And I land on the water, boom, smash my neck. It's basically, I got a free chiropractor adjustment. I didn't ask for it, but hey,
there you go.
It hurt.
Yeah. There was also another injury too before he even got on the boat. If you remember this, Tommy accidentally fell off the dock and hurt his ribs.
I wouldn't call it an injury.
He hurt his ribs, and it was kind of yeah.
That's right.
He said it knocked the wind out of him for a little bit, and then for the rest of the trip, he kind of had his ribs were kind of bugging him.
I didn't know that. That's amazing. No, because we're getting ready to get on the boat at the dock. He takes just a bad step, and
I just hear a splash. What was that? Oh, Tommy's in the water.
Lost. I thought it was great.
And then I think the people that were getting us on the boat and everything were like, you should come down this way to get on. It's easier.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
So anyway,